Yo, what is up, you guys? My name is Blitz version 1, and welcome back to Reaction Time, installment 31. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Reaction Time instead of Reaction Week. Figured I'd change it. It's gonna throw everyone off in the deal, but scrat! It's still gonna be under the reaction category, but it's Reaction Time instead of Reaction Week because that's what the thing says. Because I don't have enough E's for it to be weak. So. This episode, we're rolling right after the PewDiePie episode, like I usually do. I usually do bulk recordings of these 2 or 3 at a time. I'm only going to do 2 today because I have to edit for the third. I have to edit the third one and the fourth one, and then maybe edit this one if I have time today. So hopefully I'll be able to get them all edited, or at least get one of them edited for tomorrow. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Oh, my God, you guys are getting something because I'm planning on streaming this week. God dang it. Anyway. Hopefully you guys aren't too upset with me for the PewDiePie video. Again, some of those were jokes. You guys got to, learn to take a joke. But at the same time, we got to change the world. We got to start getting the world to be back how it used to be. And that's not, one little thing hurts you and you got to cry about it. I mean, seriously, comments, yeah, they hurt. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's hard to explain. We're gonna do some nerd stuff, okay? This is the top 10 funniest Yu-Gi-Oh! Censors and bans, all right? So, I'm a nerd. We all know this. I have tons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, actually. I've done an unboxing video on the channel before. I've actually got a Link Strike structure deck right here that I messed with in the past. Me and my brother are both nerds. No matter how much you think he's not, he is a fucking nerd as well. But yes, I'm a nerd. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Duel Monsters. I play stuff like that. I used to play Pokemon. I'm actually pretty good at the Pokemon trading card game as well. I mean, I booted that up into a video for the channel just to see if I was still rusty. And I actually did pretty damn decent. Anyway, we're going to jump to this. Actually, this is from, who was it from again? TheJWittz. That's right. Sorry, I had to double check on that one. But no one suggested this one. Again, this is just one I saw and figured, why the hell not? So, without further ado, here we go. Okay.
We've fallen deep enough down the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hole, and it's time to talk about censorship. The international release of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is downright infamous as being one of the most heavily censored imported Japanese shows of all time.
Oh, God.
It seems like anything that is remotely risque is off the table. Sexy designs, religious symbols, weapons, violence, death, every little corner you turn, there's something out there that needed to be purified for sensitive children's eyes. It is hilarious. They really wanted to sell these things to their audience of literal babies to compete with Pokemon in the early 2000s, and I guess that decision locked them in for life, binding them to edit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cards even to this day. Here's my top 10 funniest Yu-Gi-Oh! Censored and banned moments.
Number 10.
The finger guns. For how much parts of good old America has their gun lovers, American Yu-Gi-Oh! Will do anything to keep them away. They love to make gun-based creatures lose their guns entirely or turn into lasers or whatever, but the classic 4Kids anime has one of the funniest solutions I've seen for censoring something like this. They just cut out the guns completely, leaving us with several instances where the characters just point really menacingly as a threat. This is probably the most iconic censor of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and it still gets a chuckle out of me every time I see it.
Number 9.
Edge Imp Sabers.
Ooh.
Okay, guns I understand, but scissors? The Edge Imp Sabers are a stack of possessed scissors. Like, I get it, scissors are sharp and potentially dangerous, but these look barely sharper than your everyday arts and crafts kit. So naturally, the international version decided to, oh, my eyes! My eyes! They blurred the scissors with the brightest, gaudiest bloom light I have ever seen. It just looks like someone dumped a bottle of whiteout over this thing. I know they always warned me as a kid not to run with scissors, but this is ridiculous.
Number 8.
MS Paint. So we've mentioned how international Yu-Gi-Oh! Censors are the sex police. Anything that is remotely sexy gets covered up. There are hundreds of sex-censored cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I've decided to pick some of the laziest or silliest ones and group them all here for one big pick. Like, look at Goddess of Whim here. This is an actual Microsoft Paint tier cover-up. I take that back. I guarantee you that I know artists who could cover this art looking better while still using Microsoft Paint. And some of these just baffle me. Yu-Gi-Oh's living in a world where even Disney would need to be covered up in order to meet their censorship demands. And you cannot show your belly button in Yu-Gi-Oh! Navel, completely off limits. Even for this dude. Actually, this Emperor dude might be the single most censored character in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. He's in so many cards, and he is just too exposed, I guess. And you know that butt crack joke they make with Doodle Bob and SpongeBob? They literally do that with some of these cards. This team makes other kid shows look like they're lewd in comparison. That is whack.
Number 7.
Baby Tarragon.
Oh, God.
One of the most baffling altars that Western Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes through are the religious ones. They will go well out of their way to remove anything that even remotely resembles a religious icon. Horns on the devils? Gone. Halos on the cards that are literally called angels? Gone. Anything with a 5 or even a 6-sided star? Gone. My winner for this category goes to the adorable little baby Tarragon, whose massive evil demonic horns were shaved down for international release. Even Tarragon's got a look on his face like, seriously? Are we seriously doing this?
Number 6.
God.
Morphtronic Datatron.
Oh, God.
The Morphtronic archetype are literally Transformers, robots in disguise as regular household objects. Datatron, the pyro-type fire attribute monster, is a regular modern-day lighter in disguise. Apparently lighters are just too evil for the Western censorship board, so they turned him into a 2 GB USB stick in disguise. Still pyro, still fire, but now the design makes absolutely
no sense.
0 sense. Although, 2 gigabytes? I guess if you put my mixtape on there, it would be pretty hot.
Number 5.
The Shadow Realm. The number of ways that International Yu-Gi-Oh! Will try and avoid death is infinite. You just can't die, so every time somebody's about to die, they cover it up. Your dead parents? No, they were just kidnapped. Forever. Or there's the Shadow Realm, which covers the entirety of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime dub. Instead of dying, you get sent to a mystical, ambiguous realm of eternal suffering. It's pretty much just hell, with less fire and more purple mist.
It's more like Limbo.
It's pretty funny to me that the Shadow Realm just kind of makes things worse. If you think about it, objectively speaking, I'm pretty sure I'd rather be straight up dead than in this purple nightmare realm. The censors are so scared of death, you can't even spell death. Instead of D-E-A-T-H for death on the spirit board, we now have F-I-N-A-L for final. Sorry, 4 kids in Konami, but you're gonna have to hold this L.
That's funny.
Number 4.
That's funny as hell. I forgot about that.
The Whip. Okay, so pretty much the entire Crash Town or Satisfaction Town arc of the 5Ds anime is butchered in its dubbed release. It's the Wild Wild West, baby, which means entire deaths, duel results, and fight scenes are altered throughout. And even the good old finger guns are back. But the highlight of this arc for me is this scene where Barbara whips and snares a dude by his neck. In the dub, they make it look like she lassos him by the waist, but he's still holding his hands around his neck anyways. They turned her into a damn Sith Lord.
You underestimate my power.
Oh yeah, and of course they digitally painted over her cleavage.
Number 3.
Mystic Tomato.
Oh no,
I
what
can't
they
believe
do.
they had an issue with this card, but the original Mystic Tomato art was changed completely for its international release to be this cuter version. I don't know if it was the sharp
seen
teeth
that
or
time,
those
that
weird
version.
scars
I
on
have
its
that
face,
card.
but I'm
That looks
honestly
exactly
shocked
like
that.
that. That's
They needed
in
to change-
American.
Wait, what? This one is our version, and that one is Japan's?
Oh, okay.
What? Okay, I'm gonna drop the act for a second. Mystic Tomato saw a decent amount of competitive play in the early days of the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Say
TCG,
what?
but I never in my life would have thought that the Japanese art was something that they chose to redraw. I don't get it.
That
It
looks
just
so much
looks
cooler.
like a tomato jack-o'-lantern. Are there problems with jack-o'-lanterns somewhere
That looks so
internationally
cool.
that
Why
I'm
did we
not
do
aware of?
that?
This card is almost cute.
That's cool
I just
looking.
don't understand. The anime shows the international design of the card, but then when the monster's summoned, it's obviously still the original Japanese design. I just want to know
I was wondering about
Why
that.
was this card changed? You can even see the original design in the background of other cards. I just don't get it.
Number 2.
Zork. Called Zork Necrophades in Japan and Zork the Dark One in English, this monster is one of the biggest threats to the world in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. But the big thing most people remember about Zork is his giant dragon dog.
Dick.
I don't think there's a single joke I can make here that's funnier than the design itself. There it is.
God.
Very plain to see. The English anime tried to cover this by giving him a couple extra 1,000 pounds to make it look like the old trouser snake was coming out of his stomach instead. The original English manga was almost entirely uncensored, so I got to witness the full Zork in all his glory. For the first time on today's list, we even have a censor that happened in Japan for some of the manga printings. They gave him a wraparound dragon instead of a purely phallic one. Kazuki Takahashi, the manga's creator, was very ill during the writing of this arc, and he jokes that Zork's absurd design came from his grogginess during that period. You know, classic fever symptoms. Running a temperature, vomiting, drawing a demon lore with a humongous dragon package. It's happened to the best of us.
Oh, God.
Number 1.
God, what is it?
Spy See Spy. This is it. This is the king of Yu-Gi-Oh! Censorship. You know those old spot the differences games
Okay,
that you play
so-
on Highlights magazine while you were waiting for some horrible dentist to mess you up? Well, call up Steve Martin, because this single card has so many edits that it's a game on its own.
I knew it!
What's this?
I knew it! I fucking knew it! Okay, they covered up her gun. They took I knew they were gonna take the cigar out right off the rip. And then the booze, yeah, they took that out. I don't know, almost didn't even notice the booze. What else did they fucking change here? Oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
0.5 inches of cleavage. Unacceptable. Cover the breasts now. Exposed thigh. How dare they? Conceal it. And is that the devil's liquid?
Oh, it's over there too. I
can't
didn't
believe
see
my
that.
eyes. Turn that into a more wholesome drink this instant. And you know what? Take the drink out of the man's hand altogether. And what is that in his mouth? A cigar? Gone. These men are pigs. Do you see this one looking as though he might actually enjoy looking at a woman? Shut those eyes permanently. And I swear, were you not listening to me on my first order? I said cover the breasts. All of the...
I didn't even see that one. Jesus Christ.
This card is new, too. I mean, it's 5 years old, but for a 20-year-old franchise, it blows my mind that the localization of this entire series will forever be locked into the Stone Age. Anime has grown a ton in the West since the turn of the century, to the point where we now have entire services
I've
dedicated
actually seen... I'm gonna stop him for a second, because I want to talk. I've actually seen this. But it was dubbed. But I saw the... I remember seeing this, because I've got the old school VHS tape that has this. But I've seen this. But it was in English. It was dubbed, so... That's weird to me.
to watching the
Same
original
with the one with
Japanese
Beta Key.
content as easily as possible. I
Yeah.
get that they're trying to protect the kids or whatever, but anime really is not that bad. No, watching one anime won't turn you into a crazed citizen who enlists millions in order to try and overthrow the government.
People kind of want to know what's in there. I think a lot of people are going to show up.
Air Force is still... The Dark Origins of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, this is great shit! Yu-Gi-Oh's card text is out of control. I agree with this one. Their card text is getting so fucking crazy. But that was top 10 funniest Yu-Gi-Oh! Censors and bans. That was funny as hell. Thank you very much, TheJWittz, for that. That was fucking amazing. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. I just want to show you guys something of another thing that I love, and I'm always gonna like it. I don't care about the edits. I don't care about the bans. I don't care about the freaking how stupid our censors are. I like the game. The game is really fun. It's really interesting. It's not as intuitive as Magic, but it's similar, and I'm actually really fucking good at it. And you guys have seen, I've played it on the channel before on the T-Done and stuff like that. But yeah, my deck is completely illegal. I can't use it in actual tournaments because there's too many illegal cards, and I think that's just stupid. Some of the cards that are illegal nowadays are just so dumb. It's like, really? Really? You're going to illegalize those cards? This entire thing was made to be a fucking game to play and have fun with. But whatever, I understand it because some things are more overpowered than others, blah, 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 etc., etc. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh creature if you guys have it? I mean, what's your favorite ban if you guys have it? Like, give me some random ideas for stuff that is funny like this that's just ridiculously censored. Give me ideas. You know, that'd be really cool. That'd be a really cool theme for a reaction time video. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the video, if you want to leave any kind of comments down below of anything you want to see in future reaction times, feel free to do that. I'll definitely check them out. If I don't get to them right away, don't worry. Don't spam them because it puts it into, the algorithm will put it into a deal and I might not see it and it might get deleted and then be gone forever. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to leave this episode here. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Hey, and peace. Yo, what's up?